back to our Model Recommends. I'm going to talk you through a few very simple skincare updates for summer here. I am going to do an updated skincare routine for summer, and that will be out in the next couple of weeks. But these are just a few tweaks that you can make to make sure that your skincare is really working for you over the summer months. Now the first thing, and I have mentioned this before, but I just want to stress it because I think it's really important, is that if you're not using a really good heavy duty cleanser, then switch to one for the summer months. You might think that for the summer months you'd want a lighter cleanser, but because you're wearing SPF, it's really hard to get off, and you need a good cleanser that can really break it down so you can rinse it away. I've got two here. I've got the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. And when I use a cleanser like this, I make sure that I use a flannel or a washcloth to take it off with, and then I probably go in 2 times, sometimes 3, depending on how many layers of makeup and gump I've got on my face. And the other one is the Hot Cloth Cleansing Balm from Boots. This is a budget alternative, this one. Leaves a little bit of a greasy residue, so you have to make sure you take that off really well. And the second change that I tend to want to make over the summer months is to have a much lighter textured moisturiser, something that's not rich or heavy on the skin. Ironically though, it's also the time of the year that I tend to find that my skin needs more moisture, and so I like to layer up very lightweight serums, fresh feeling serums underneath my moisturiser. However, I have been testing this out. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge Supercharged Concentrate, and this is about half empty, this one. A new one looks like this, just in case you think this looks weird. It really is supercharged. I mean, I get a really instant moisture boost, and you know, if your skin feels sort of crepey and you've got all of those fine lines, it really helps to fill those out a little bit and make your skin look a lot fresher and dewier. And then the effects of it are really long lasting, so if I put this on in the morning, I can still feel the effects of it when I take everything off at night, and if I use it overnight, then I can definitely still feel the effects in the morning. In fact, I think it says 24-hour moisture, and I don't doubt that for a second. It's great for all skin types. I think especially great though if you've got combination or oily skin that's also dehydrated, so you want something that really packs in the moisture but that doesn't leave any greasy residue on your skin, and you doesn't sort of weigh it down with a rich textured cream. And you can slip this on straight underneath your sunscreen or your foundation or BB cream if you want to. You don't need a moisturiser in between. I find because my skin does get quite dry and dehydrated that it works really well if I layer it up. So you can just use it however you want to, really. It's very versatile. Now the other change that I make, the third skincare change for the summer months, is that I add an antioxidant into my skincare routine. Now just before I move on to the antioxidant serum, I wanted to show you the Supercharged Concentrate has also got antioxidants. They're in these little spheres that are suspended in the concentrate. So it ticks a lot of boxes, this concentrate. I mean, the Moisture Surge range from Clinique is so popular, just for that feeling of quenching dehydrated skin. And so this is a brilliant addition, I think, for people who just want something very simple but very powerful to add into the skincare routine. Then it's excellent. And the other antioxidant I wanted to show you, which is a more sort of standalone antioxidant, is the Resist Ultralight Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum. Bloody hell, it's a long title, isn't it? Antioxidants are really important in the summer because you're probably outside a lot more than you would be in the winter months. And I mean, they're great all year round, but I always make sure that I add one into my skincare routine in the summer, just because I'm out and about a lot more. They help the skin to protect itself against things that are in the environment that would be hanging around, things like pollution, cigarette smoke, and also UV rays. So you've got your sunscreen, which we're going to talk about in a second. That's a massive tick to help protect your skin, but also antioxidants just help your skin sort of protect itself a little bit more. So it's really important, and it's a really easy one to add into your routine. This one's just a very lightweight serum, so you'd pop it on again before moisturiser. This one's not so hydrating. It's just more of a standalone, simple antioxidant to pop on, and fine for all skin types, I'd say, again, but probably more for oily combination. Fourth change, sunscreens. Probably the one that most people associate with the summer months. I've done loads and loads of sunscreen reviews over on my website, so I'll pop a link in the description to that category so you can browse those. But just 2 suggestions here, both of which sit really, really nice underneath makeup, don't have any greasy residue, and are just really good sort of all-rounders. One's a bit of a budget option, one's slightly more expensive. This is the Alpha H Daily Essential Moisturiser. This is an SPF 50, broad spectrum, so UVA and UVB protection in this. And I first discovered this on photo shoots when makeup artists were using it as a sort of SPF and primer in one, because it leaves a really nice matte finish to the skin. But at the same time, it's very, very moisturising. So, perfect. If you've got dry skin, you could layer up your supercharged concentrate from Clinique with the Alpha H Daily Essential Moisturiser, and you'd have very, very hydrated skin, but with a nice sort of matte finish. Now, I think that the Alpha H one is very well priced, considering that it's an extremely good standalone moisturiser as well, standalone day cream. However, slightly more budget friendly, the La Roche-Posay Anthelios XL. I've gone on about this loads and loads and loads. It's a very lightweight fluid. Make sure you shake before you apply. But you can see, look there, it's just the lightest probably that I've seen. Quick to absorb, again, SPF 50, UVA and UVB protection. Change number 5 isn't so much of a change as just adapting the frequency of using something, and I'm talking about exfoliants here, and in particular acid exfoliants. I've got 2 to show you, and these are exfoliants that I just use every 2 or 3 nights. Actually, this one, which is the Merrimaya Gentle Exfoliating Toner, can be used daily. I just don't during the summer months. I don't know what it is, but I find that every few days is effective enough for me just to keep my skin looking really bright and really clear. I would say though that if you're using any acid exfoliant, make sure that you do use a sunscreen religiously if you're in the sun or outdoors, again, for any particular length of time. So the Gentle Exfoliating Toner is just one that you put onto cotton wool and then swipe over the skin and leave. You can follow it with serum and moisturiser if you want to. Sometimes I just use my acid exfoliants on their own and don't follow them with anything. Depends how I'm feeling and how my skin's feeling. And that toner is not expensive at all, lasts for ages and ages. On a slightly more luxury bend, this is the Kypris Moonlight Catalyst, and I love this as an overnight exfoliant. I found that it really sorts my skin out if it's being very temperamental, so maybe it feels a bit dull, a bit sort of dry, but also I've got breakouts coming up. It seems to be a one-stop problem solver, and again, I've reviewed this on my website, so I shall put the link to my full review down in the description box below. But those are the 5 updates that I make to my summer skincare routine. 5 little changes that I think really maximise your skincare routine for the warmer months. Hope that you've enjoyed that. Make sure you subscribe, there's a button below, and I shall see you in the next video.